Welcome to the fifth and final stage of the Dauphiné. Another huge day of climbing in prospect in Haute-Savoie before a final haul up to the Megève Altiport, the same finish as yesterday with a slightly different approach. First, the riders will tackle no fewer than 7 categorised climbs. Well, the big news this morning was that race leader Primož Roglič had pulled out of the Dauphiné after his crash yesterday, a day after Egan Bernal also quit. The Slovenian champion didn't take the start, and that left Thibaut PINOT at the top of the standings. But in spite of losing their leader, Jumbo-Visma set a punishing early tempo. After a fast and furious start, around 20 riders emerged at the front, featuring plenty of GC and stage favourites. PINOT, Martin, Bardet, Alaphilippe, Dumoulin, KUSS, POGACAR, Yates, Sivakov and Landa. On the day's third climb, Sivakov and Alaphilippe attacked off the front and opened up a gap of over a minute. Sivakov some 3 minutes off the pace at the start of the day, Alaphilippe 20 minutes down, and they still led by 55 seconds when Sivakov crashed on this sweeping bend. The Franco-Russian ending up a little battered and bruised, as was his bike, but he kept fighting on and managed to catch Alaphilippe at the foot of the next climb. Then, with 26k to go, Tadej POGACAR attacked from the group of chasers after good work from his teammate David de la Cruz, who are now guaranteed to win the mountains classification. Lopez, KUSS and Martinez joining POGACAR and looking to hunt down the two leaders. PINOT, who also crashed yesterday, starting to feel the heat. The Frenchman missing that move and fighting to keep his overall lead. So there were soon 6 men up at the front. Dani Martinez in the virtual race lead, with Lopez, POGACAR, Sivakov, KUSS and Alaphilippe, although the Frenchman would soon be dropped. The race really hotting up for the yellow and blue jersey. PINOT getting a bit of a helping hand from his compatriots Barguil and Alaphilippe. But the gap wasn't coming down quickly enough, still 35 seconds as they headed on to the final climb. It was at that point that Sepp launched a stinging attack, the American eyeing up a third stage win for Jumbo-Visma. PINOT digging deep to try to overhaul Martinez, but the race's best young rider was showing great resilience, battling up the climb with POGACAR and Sivakov. KUSS, after a brilliant solo effort, taking stage honours.
This young American now has got 500 metres to go. He can see the line. Sepp Kuss wins the stage. He takes the win. He takes the win in Megève. Sepp Kuss, bow, because that was a great win.
A second World Tour victory for KUSS then after his stage success at last year's Vuelta. The 25-year-old's been in eye-catching form on this Dauphiné. Martinez second on the day as he claimed overall victory. PINOT falling short, he rolled in over a minute down. With Roglič throwing in the towel this morning, there was pressure on PINOT's shoulders as he attempted to become the first French winner of the Dauphiné since 2007. But the GROUPAMA FDJ man found himself isolated, struggling over the later climbs, and in the end, he didn't quite have the legs to defend top spot. Instead, Dani Martinez poached a superb victory for EF Pro Cycling, the biggest win of his career and his very first in a stage race. This morning, when I found out that Roglič wasn't going to start, I was like, wow. I figured that the racing was going to be really crazy from the outset. At the start, Landa and PINOT attacked, but my team worked really hard. It was super fast all day. And in the end, in the final, I had enough strength to go for the victory. Martinez winning by 29 seconds from PINOT, with Guillaume Martin completing the podium. 4 Frenchmen in the top 10, while the improving Tom Dumoulin was 7th for Jumbo-Visma. The highest placed Ineos rider was Sivakov in 11th. So, contrasting fortunes for the big guns throughout what has been a thrilling race. Now it's time to rest and regroup before the Tour de France gets underway on August the 29th. Do join us then, and thanks for watching.